Hello, I'm Wendy and I'm going to read you the story of the Ugly Duckling. And this story of the Ugly Duckling was written by me. Shall we begin? Under some dock leaves, so grand and tall, was a nest full of eggs with no mother at all. Two drakes found the nest and counted 5 eggs. On jumped one drake and tucked in his legs. With the eggs now warm, they began to hatch. Crack, crack, peep, cheep, out popped each chick. But look at the last huge egg. Is it a trick? Shamoosh, kerplop, what a to-do. Out comes the last chick, so big and ugly too. The little ducklings gasped. What happened to you? You're awfully ugly and as big as a canoe. Now, little ones, hush, hush, let's be kind. We are all different. You all simply look fine. Come along, let us go to meet grand old Dame Duck. Oh, we don't want to go with Ugly. He's as big as a truck. The poor ugly duckling hung his head in shame. What's wrong with me? Why don't I look the same? The farmyard was no kinder to the unfortunate duck, who was feeling quite sad and down on his luck. Clucking, twittering, gobbledygookering, pecking him, pushing him, hissing and shooing him. Looking around, with tears in his eyes, the little ugly duckling exclaimed with a sigh, "Where can I go? What can I do? I'd like to be somewhere where I don't feel blue." And so the ugly duckling left. "Be strong," called the drakes. "We know you'll be great." The duckling came upon a house where a cat was chasing a mouse. "Can you catch mice?" asked the cat. The duckling shook his head. He couldn't do that. "Can you cluck?" asked the hen. The duckling shook his head as he let them down again. "Well, then you should go, you can't stay here," the cat and the hen shouted with a sneer. Looking around with tears in his eyes, the little ugly duckling exclaimed with a sigh, "Where can I go? What can I do? I'd like to be somewhere where I don't feel blue." The duckling came to the edge of a lake. He thought maybe there would be more friendly drakes. But the ducks were not friendly, not even the drakes. "What is he?" hissed the others. "You're as big as a canoe." "Go away," they shouted. "You sure are ugly too." Looking around with tears in his eyes, the little ugly duckling exclaimed with a sigh, "Where can I go? What can I do? I'd like to be somewhere where I don't feel blue." And so the ugly duckling left. The duckling came to a pond where the water was clear and he was sure no other creatures would come near. "Honk, honk," heard the duckling. He looked up to the skies. Wow! What magnificent creatures! What a surprise! I am so ugly and awfully big too. I wish I wasn't different, but graceful like you. There was a chill in the air, and the leaves turned to brown, floating and twirling as they fell to the ground. It got colder and colder, and the pond started to freeze. I must keep on paddling, but I can't feel my knees. Too exhausted to keep going, the duckling laid down his head. He lay very still. Oh, I hope he's not dead. Early the next morning, a farmer walks by. "Oh, what have we here?" he thinks with a sigh. "A poor little duckling has frozen in the lake. I must get him out before it's too late." The farmer breaks the ice and pulls out the duck. Perhaps he's about to have a change in his luck. But he is very still, and he looks very ill. The farmer takes him home to his house that is cosy and dry, and as the duckling warms up, he gives flapping a try. farmer's children see the duckling and shriek with delight, but boy does their shrieking give the duckling a fright. He jumps in a rush to escape from the noise, sending some milk flying with no grace or poise. Then stamping in flour, oh boy, pancake mix. Now the little duckling is sure in a fix. What a mess, cries the farmer's wife. And looking around with tears in his eyes, the little ugly duckling exclaimed with a sigh, where can I go? What can I do? I'd like to be somewhere where I don't feel blue. So the ugly duckling left. Honk, honk, here's the duckling. What a lovely surprise. It's those magnificent creatures right in front of my eyes. Remembering the words of the drakes, be strong. The duckling waddles closer, hoping they won't move along. Imagine his surprise when the swans come to greet him instead. He is ready to hear how big and ugly he is, and lowers his head. And do you know what he saw in the reflection of the lake? There is a magnificent creature staring back at him. So he gives his head a shake. I'm a swan, he cries, not a big ugly duck. They said I was different. I'm different to them, but not ugly, gnooey, or even canoey. I am big, I am strong, I am a magnificent swan. And there he is. Can you see him? He's looking at his reflection in the lake. I hope you enjoyed that story. See you next time. Bye.